Hello and welcome back to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. I'm Mallrat28, and we are here after a little bit of a break. Those watching after the fact probably won't notice, but what the hey? A little hurricane got in the way and my schedule got all junked up. Anyway, let's see. So we just got done helping the real Eliza pull herself back together, so to say. She definitely neuromancered. And I think there's still guys outside. I took care of this guy who wandered in. But, there's someone on my map who looks like he's searching. Right? Yeah. Yeah, check it out. This guy there with the gun. Gotta be careful. I don't want this to, like, get bloody. Oh. This might get bloody. Q. Alright. Tab to view. Let's see what this says. Everett's getting impatient. If one of your men did in fact manage to get a tracking device on the disk, then you should have it by now. I don't care what you have to do or who you have to kill. She cannot be allowed to go free. Too late. Alright. Yeah, no, we're good. Hello, neighbor. Alright. Someone's coming. No. Okay, no, we're good. Hold space.
Just block it out. What is it? This took an odd turn. No.
No, we're still good, right? The cops are here. I don't think the cops are going to attack me. I haven't done anything. It's our merchant.
Biocells, painkillers,
Mark
right
that.
over there.
Over. Low possible.
There we go.
Ah!
Okay, we're good.
Man, I need a hit. Fuck.
We're good. So I think that was it. I think it was just those guys. Alright.
Pretty obvious what happened here.
Are you a journalist?
No, but she was. And she
Wait,
had
what's
enemies.
this?
I heard there's been a series of these.
Tabloids write that shit to sell copies. No, this was political. It's always political.
At least pretend.
It was just a matter of time before they got her.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist. The one writing all those things about you know who.
Voldemort?
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Maximilian Perry? The local anti-Aug politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him. There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
It's important to follow the evidence. You can't... Yeah.
It's important to follow the evidence in situations like this. You can't just accuse people left and right.
I gave you evidence. I told you. The articles.
That's not evidence.
Right. Other than that, is there anything else that makes you think this politician might be responsible?
Damn right there is. Fucker towed my car once. When he was municipal transport minister.
I see.
I hate that guy so much.
I've gathered.
Did you actually see anything?
I gathered.
I just got here. So I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
I wonder if this is actually like a side quest we can do.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Oh, well, apparently we're crossing the police line.
Didn't
You
think
saw
so.
something, you have to tell
You
us.
can't let them get away with this.
I'm not Montag, I don't need your help.
Excuse me. Please. Did they send you to protect me?
Nope.
I recognize you. We're neighbors.
I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Did they cut off her legs and
It's so
arm?
sad that nothing will be done about this. Aug victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
Not anymore. I was a cop once. Old habits die hard. I work with someone else, another agency.
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. It was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
Let's see. You might already be in danger. I don't think that's the thing we need to say.
It's natural to be scared.
Then you understand. I don't want to get involved if I don't have to.
Sure, I understand. You don't know anyone here. But there's a chance this could happen again. The more you're willing to cooperate with the police, the better the odds of catching whoever's responsible.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an aug.
Sure.
I'll talk to the officer in charge.
I like
and see
side
where he
quests,
is with the
even if they
investigation.
are gruesome.
If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
How come she talks to him and not to me?
That's funny. The
Something
cop's
is going to push them
indignant.
into attacking us.
Yeah, thought as much.
Alright, so Montag is this guy, right?
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's terrified.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you, augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing, or about doing things the right way.
There's no reason this should be complicated. If somebody gets killed, you find the killer. But the victim is an aug or not has nothing to do with it.
There's no reason this should be complicated. Someone gets killed, you need to find the killer. Whether the victim was an aug or not has nothing to do with it.
No favorites before the law, eh? Okay. But what if the law itself is prejudiced, eh? As an officer of the law, wouldn't it be my duty to uphold that prejudice?
No, it wouldn't. It's your job to uphold the ideal, to know the difference between right and wrong, and to act accordingly.
You're obviously not a cop, are you?
I used to be, for 12 years. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forgo any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know, it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
All right. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation.
I can't tell if
Crime
he's
scene's right
clever
over there,
or lazy.
And Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was going to work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there?
Both.
She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Definitely a bit of both. Alright,
Careful of
so
the evidence.
investigate the scene.
Interpol. Who do they think they are?
So there's stuff on the floor here that's lighting up. Let's see. Fragment of an EMP grenade, so they disabled her first.
Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do.
Once upon a time, I could have shot myself in my clothes. Another reason to hate technology.
It'll gun. It's her press ID. Ooh, crafting parts.
I think he found something.
Pair of broken glasses coated in blood. That's pretty, a lot of blood.
Who'd you piss off to pull this duty?
Away from the crime scene, sir.
Alright. There are cutting marks above Angela Gunn's arm. Looks like she had an augment that was forcibly removed. Ooh. Yeah, they cut off her arms, her arm and her leg. She was strangled. This is like full on. There's a flashbang here that was used. It could have been used to incapacitate her, but there's also a needle. So they could have drugged her. Is she ready to talk?
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
That lightning could have been the
In
MP grenade.
shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move.
And that would be the MP grenade.
I shouldn't have gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
She was caught in the radius.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
You want to know about Daria? What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems, to try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems to seem smaller. It doesn't work that way.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out. That's what he called it. I mean, I think.
So you heard his voice?
Very clearly, yes. He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general commanding troops.
What did he say exactly?
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him?
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark, black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
That sounds like somebody possibly like in an exosuit. That sounds like a cop.
Why is it you don't trust the police to take care of this case?
I have bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
Get calls I didn't want, tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children. Former captains of high school sports teams who will never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
It's not a sport.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about the ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
All right.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
So Big moved like an augmented person. May or may not have been augmented. There's evidence that she was drugged. There's evidence that there has a EMP in here at one point. It could just be debris laying around and broken glasses. And this looks like it's like fresh blood too, right? Yeah, no, this is fresh blood.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
Wish we could just shoot any aug we see.
It's your turn to buy the coffee.
Can I like see anything with the... No, okay. There's a vent there.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
I don't see any more blood on the ground though. Yeah, I don't see anything else over here.
Something's going to push them into attacking.
Didn't think so.
And this just goes down to the sewer, but there's no blood over here, so I doubt that they were, fully taken this way.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
It's either that or she was, like, chopped up over here and then dragged. Or crawled. Alright, let's talk to, Montag.
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
Right. You only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right?
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an aug, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
He's honest.
People hold a hell of a grudge against Augs, ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? Aug or no Aug.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Well, the politician.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. I think she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know, I met my first wife over a crime scene.
First wife.
Let me give you a very important piece of advice, eh? Never marry the ones you save.
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist didn't get along.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here.
I think I broke into that before.
Day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City, and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
They're not even trying.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
Maybe Johnny wanted something to remember her by. Or maybe someone found a dead body and started cutting. There's a lot of scavengers around here. To them, taking an arm is like taking a wallet.
Ooh.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Needle, huh? In which shoulder?
The right shoulder, why?
It's probably nothing. I just remember this other cop, Smolinski. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone following in the footsteps of an old murderer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. Some of the things you've been noticing, I'll be honest, they're starting to sound very familiar. Someone like you would probably say it's worth looking into.
And how would I do that?
Smolinski died in that police station bombing. If any of his files survived, they would have been moved into temp storage, across the street from the bombed-out station.
That's,
Who knows?
we gotta take the train.
Maybe Smolinski found something that can shed light on this mess.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I found this piece of glass near the body. Pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Okay, that's a lie. It was on the ground.
She was a journalist. Hence the scandal with Radko Perry. I still don't consider that proof of anything.
I want to help you with this case. To do that, I need a rundown of what you know already.
Help me, huh? You mean, like being my subordinate?
I mean like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I have a dead body, Angela Gunn. I have bureaucratic pressure to arrest the augmented husband, Johnny Gunn. I have a crime scene, and I have you.
Well, I guess that's the details.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
That's fine by me.
So we gotta check out that police report, or station, or whatever.
Interpol. Who do they think they
Is
are?
there something on that wall? Ripped out augmentation. Whoever did this didn't seem too keen to keep it. They just wanted to separate it from the body. Yeah, that wasn't for theft. Alright. Do you know anything else?
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
Okay, no, you're good, okay.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
Alright, so we have to go hop a train so that we can find some more clues and stuff. We gotta talk to Johnny, we gotta talk to Radko, and we gotta go check out the police station. I think, honestly, we should check out the police station first. Because if this is a copycat, it might give us some information when dealing with the other two. See, check these guys out, right? They're cops, right? But they're wearing kind of like exosuits. So they're going to have more rigid motion. They would move like they're augmented, but they're not augmented.
Documents, please.
Plus, if there was an EMP used, it's unlikely an augmented person would do that.
I am not a citizen here.
And she's still there complaining. Anyway, I'm going to hop a train, and I will see you all next time.